All right, in today's training, we are going to talk about how the number one killer for financial professionals is not the market. No, the actual number one killer is how the market looks at you. So in today's video, I'm going to unveil how a select group of trained advisors have gotten their respective markets to look at them as not only indispensable, but invaluable resources. And more importantly, I'm going to explain how these folks are doubling, tripling, sometimes more than quadrupling their bottom line without spending a dime on paid ads, and even more importantly, without spending more time in the office. These are folks who are consistently growing both their top and bottom lines without working on the weekends and without missing the big game or family dinners or dance recitals. And today, I'm going to share the 3 strategies that have helped some of our trained advisors out earn their peers by over 9x. So whether you're brand new to the financial world or even a seasoned veteran like Kara Stewart, these strategies will absolutely help you grow your revenue and gain margin back in your life. In fact, we're going to start with Kara Stewart. Kara has already been with us for about 2 years using the 3 strategies that I'm about to share. And in the beginning, her financial knowledge was through the roof, but she had no real way to consistently attract and nurture her prospects. But here we are over $1 million later, and that's $1 million actually hitting her bank, where thanks to these 3 strategies, she sent out one single email on Christmas Eve and came back to the office after spending time with the family to see 63 new leads and 21 booked calls. Now, the best part, she still has time for her family, and she can still out earn her peers by more than 9x. Now, it doesn't take 2 years to see any results. Tim was arguably just as excited only 24 hours into using these 3 strategies. So he spent about 10K on a do-it-yourself program, and he tested it for about 120 days. But in the first 24 hours of using these 3 strategies, Tim had more conversations than the previous 120 days combined. So needless to say, he was pretty busy, but not the same busyness that most financial professionals feel. If you're in the financial industry, chances are you're incredibly busy and every day is a bit chaotic. Just one meeting to the next, one call after another. Some days you probably look up and realize it's been 14 plus hours, but you can't stop because there's always someone closing in on you. There's always that feeling that if you don't answer a call or respond to that email, you'll lose the client. Or maybe even hoping one day it will be like that because right now there's nobody on your calendar, there's no meetings, there's nobody answering your calls. Now, if that's true, whether it's because you're too busy or you're not busy enough, the fact is, the bottom line is you entered the industry because you knew your work ethic could create incredible margin, more time, more money, more personal freedom. Because if you know how to manage your time well, you can have the freedom to work from wherever, whenever, and however you want. And you can combine that financial wealth with your time freedom. You really have the opportunity to actually live your dream life. Now, that all sounds really great, but if the potential is limitless, then why is the average revenue for financial professionals only $94,000? And why is that number so much lower than the $1 million plus that Kara has made as a trained advisor? Now, I'm not saying that number to brag or to impress you. We are very proud of Kara, of course, but I'm saying it to impress upon you the power of the 3 strategies that I'm about to share with you. Because without the 3 strategies that I'm going to teach today, you get caught in that deadly trap of spending way too much time working in your business instead of on your business. And when you spend all day, every day working in your business, you work long, chaotic hours. And even when you go home or you step out of, the home office, you can't mentally leave the office and be present to your life. But then on the flip side, if you let your foot off the gas, even for a bit, you watch your competition creep up and oftentimes even surpass you. That's the thing. Most financial professionals rise through the ranks without a roadmap. They have to grind day in and day out just to maintain their business. They all but, crawl through glass to build their pipelines. So it's no shock that the people who do make it aren't readily sharing their hard-earned roadmap to success. Plus, at the end of the day, these people are usually your competition. It doesn't very well make sense to talk to your competition about advice. So Our industry is, they hold their cards pretty close to our chest. It's not exactly known for being generous with our tips and secrets for success. So you're probably wondering, why are we so willing to give you these 3 strategies? So a quick bit on who I am and why I actually want you to grow your personal business. My name is Katie. I am a member of the Forbes Coaches Council, and I have built more marketing systems in the last 5 years than most people probably will in a lifetime. And my ultimate mission is to help military veterans integrate into the civilian world after combat. And I truly believe the financial industry is a phenomenal, if not the best place for a lot of veterans to put their work ethic to, real work in the civilian world and, really build true wealth for themselves. So back in 2020, I started helping Tyson Bailey from Trained Advisor. And I don't know if anybody here remembers 2020. Everyone was, cool, calm, and collected, right? Not so much. I saw the devastation. We saw families get destroyed by everything happening in the world. It felt like wealth could be destroyed overnight in some cases. Even most of the conservative, next door millionaires were just crushed. And it was awful. So I knew I needed to find somebody who actually cared. That was Tyson. So in 2020, I started working behind the scenes at Trained Advisor. We tapped into my experience working with a 9-figure agency that had an entire department dedicated just to financial professionals. I talked to mentors and I interviewed top producers from across the country. I collected the top strategies, tactics, the habits, and I created a roadmap to really help financial professionals create true wealth for not only themselves, but for their clients in any market. Then I combined that with what Tyson already had. So today we're going to go through the culmination of all of that work. We're going to go through the top 3 strategies that have helped some of your peers out-earn the industry average by more than 9x. So these 3 strategies that top producers not only know, but more importantly, that top producers implement every single day. So to explain each of these strategies, I'm going to use some real examples from some of our trained advisors. Folks even like Juan, who, like most newer advisors, he was working incredibly hard without moving forward. So he reached out to us pretty early on in his career. And the very first thing we implemented was getting him a prospect database. And this is a short side note. As a financial professional, you absolutely need a database with a pipeline function. It's fundamental to each of the 3 strategies that we're going to go over today. So once we got Juan set up with this, using an actual database with a pipeline, we partnered with him to fill that pipeline with at least 50 new prospects each week. So whether you're new to the industry like Juan or you're already more of a market leader like Kara, the fact that you're here today listening to this means that you know that you can do better. The fact that you're here today means that you're looking for an edge and you're ready to follow a roadmap that is going to help you stand out from your competition and earn more higher quality assignments. So let's dive right into the 3 strategies of top producers. The first strategy of top producers, standing out from your competition so you can attract the right prospects. So top producers can charge a premium fee. They charge premium fees because they're seen as invaluable, trusted advisors. In a sea of commodities, this is extremely important. They present themselves differently. They have a 3-tiered system, usually for getting in front of the top influencers in their market. They've removed the guesswork. They make sure the important people think of them anytime there's a financial opportunity. And as soon as that opportunity comes up, top producers are ready. They know their numbers and they know their territory better than anybody else. And they know how important each dollar is to each and every prospect. Think about it. Oftentimes, your clients are making decisions around the biggest investments of their lives or career. And an intelligent person making a big decision isn't going to want to hire cheap. You're actually hurting yourself and your credibility if you're not charging consulting fees with most of these clients. Now, think about it this way. If your son or your daughter or your mom needs eye surgery, are you shopping around for the cheapest or are you looking for the best surgeon? Your ideal clients should be people who understand the value of having the best. And if they don't, you need to uncover that value for them. So that brings us to the second strategy of top producers. A lot of people will ignore and completely miss out on the opportunities to nurture their best prospects. This strategy tends to be a big eye-opener for a lot of financial professionals. For a lot of folks, this strategy alone uncovers hundreds of thousands, oftentimes millions of dollars that have been left on the table every single year. So what do I mean by this? Obviously, you aren't ignoring your top prospects, right? You're probably different. Wrong. Here's the thing. If today you think you have won your clients, you're wrong. You have current clients that come and go like the Stanley Cup. You win the Stanley Cup one year and then it can go to somebody else the next. And if you are engaging with and reactivating and providing more value to your clients than your competition is, then you're telling them, hey, we did a deal once. I got my check and I actually get money whether you win or lose. So I moved on. You're dead to me. And I know that sounds dramatic, but this is what actually happens when you're on the transaction treadmill. You completely ignore your second highest quality clients, your current clients. Now, I'll go over your number one top clients in a bit, but while you've been busy on the transaction treadmill, you've been giving your current clients away to your competitors, especially in a down market. Almost every high net worth, business owner, high income earner has a financial advisor already. Those are the ones who already see the value in having a fiduciary advisor. They're the easiest ones to steal with just a drop of value once every 2 weeks for about 12 months. So when you ignore those current clients, you have to spend all your time drumming up new business, or even worse, relying on referrals when you have an entire pool of current clients that can get picked off by your competition at any moment. But when you have a way to jumpstart both your clients and the prospects in your pipeline, when you have a way to engage these people, you not only generate more revenue, you also walk the walk that most people only talk about. You actually show your clients that you care about them. You show them that their business wasn't just a paycheck to you. So let's just look back at Kara for a second. That one email that she scheduled out produced 21 high net worth, high business or high income earners, business owners, and all of those people booked right into her calendar. Now, how many of those people are already working with a financial advisor? Most, if not all of them, already have someone who just isn't nurturing them properly. And she's about to not only win them, but keep them. That's how powerful this strategy is. The bottom line is top producers learn how to prioritize the best prospects and clients, which brings us to the third strategy. Strategy number 3 of top producers: know who your number one client is. Every top producer knows their number one client is the person looking back at them in the mirror. No other human being will ever make you more money than you will. That means you need to treat yourself accordingly. Top producers treat themselves as their number one clients. Top producers block off time for themselves. They set up each day so their revenue generating activities are automatic. They offload anything that falls outside of their wheelhouse and they invest in themselves. They know no other investment is going to get them a greater return than an investment in themselves. Now, why do top producers do all of this? Because top producers know the number one killer for financial professionals is not the market. The number one problem is how the market looks at you. That means they're presenting themselves differently. They're showing their clients that they actually care about them, and they're no longer doing things the old way. There's no cold calling, or even worse, just hoping for and relying on referrals. They're following a proven framework that helps them attract, nurture, and convert and keep more high quality clients. So let's look at John. It is not an accident that John added an extra 30 plus new clients and over $230,000 in commissions to his bottom line. When John decided he was going to be a financial professional, he wanted to guarantee his success by getting access to the best resources and coaching out there. When he came to us, he began implementing our proven frameworks. And during that first year, John expanded his market and added 2 times the average financial professional's total salary just to his bottom line. But that was just the beginning. John is not slowing down by any means. He just put another $248,000 into an asset-based long-term care policy with another $4 million already on the table in motion. He also just secured a brand new client who is the owner of a very successful concrete company. And maybe even the most exciting is he just secured another client who has over 140,000 paid members that he now wants to introduce John to. So this proven framework is a model that you can scale. When you follow the process properly, you can scale as high as you want and have time to actually enjoy your success. That's the whole reason why you joined the industry, isn't it? No limit, no cap, no ceiling, no worrying about finances. But unfortunately, that's just not usually what the reality is. We know how hard it is to effectively ask for business. We know what it feels like to be frustrated and searching for a better way, to get someone on the phone to deliver that compelling reason for them to want to meet with you or speak with you. That's why we want to show you a way to implement a process, a playbook to systematize your prospecting and your nurturing. So our proven high premium attraction system is designed to give you both the clarity and the confidence to secure the kind of clients that will grow your bottom line. Now, there's three major parts to this process. First, we need to determine exactly where you are today. That means identifying your personal strengths and getting clarity on the top 2 to 3 success levers that are going to drive your business. This includes getting an instant snapshot on the health of your business and getting crystal clear on how you spend your time right now. Then we walk through the step-by-step process for planning your day to make sure your most important tasks are accomplished while everything else is either delegated or deleted. Now, second, we identify your ideal client and understand the key issues they are facing, whether it's a challenge that they're seeking solutions to or an opportunity that they want to leverage. We'll not only identify those ideal prospects, but also show you how to quickly assess what you need to communicate to get their attention. Now, we'll use this information to build your prospecting playbook and your nurturing system. This includes sharing how to structure prospecting messages that get read and actually responded to, more importantly, and how to structure calls that not only grab your prospect's attention, but keeps their attention. Now, we've completed this in markets all across the US, so we understand what it takes to differentiate yourself and to build a prospecting playbook that you can successfully implement time and time again. So we're going to work with you to build your entire prospecting campaign, including showing you exactly who to call, what to say, and how to follow up with your prospects throughout the course of the entire year. And we're going to put you in a position where you not only have the confidence to ask for business, but to ask for business from those prospects who will help you grow exponentially. And because we understand that success isn't about who you know, it's about who knows you, we're going to share a system for pursuing relationships with the top influencers, the connectors, and the top prospects in your market. This includes implementing both physical marketing pieces and leveraging your online digital presence. So once you implement these prospecting and presence initiatives, you're going to be earning quite a few meetings. So we'll make sure you nail every presentation and differentiate yourself from your competition by being plugged into a network of trained advisors who are there to support you and fill in any gaps you may have right now. And then last, but certainly not least, nothing has more of an impact on your business than building or restructuring a team of strategic partners to maximize your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. So we'll give you the step-by-step for growing, structuring, and managing a small team so you have clarity on what tasks you should do and what should be delegated. And as you grow, you'll learn best practices for partnering and defining roles and setting expectations. And as you can imagine, this is a pretty intensive process. So it requires about 2 hours per week of a commitment from you. Now, I'll be frank, that 2-hour commitment is enough to scare away the average folks who are too busy working in their business instead of on their business. But there are a few of you who want to change things. There are a few folks out there who know that you can and should be doing better. Those are the people we look for. The folks who want to control their business so they don't worry about the external things like the market, which is just, to be frank, outside of their control, because top producers are in complete control of their business. They know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to delegate anything that falls outside their wheelhouse. So if that's you, or if you want that to be you, it's time for you to implement the 3 strategies that you learned today. But here's the thing. Today, you learned these 3 strategies the easy way, which isn't always a good thing. When you get it the easy way, you usually take it for granted. And to be frank, most of you will walk away knowing these 3 strategies, and you will do absolutely nothing to actually implement this information. And many of you may never become a top producer in your market, but there are a few of you who see the big picture. There are a few of you listening who are hungry, who are happy, who are humble, who don't want to continue to waste years in the office grinding it out, missing your family, missing the moments. There are a few of you who realize that financial margin is great, but having the time to actually enjoy that financial freedom is what it's all about. You see, the truly successful folks in this industry, they know how important time is. So they seek out the resources, the teammates, and the coaches who will help them earn more in less time. So for those of you who understand this, for those of you who want to be an invaluable resource and truly serve your clients while actually enjoying the time, the money, and the personal freedom that comes with this career, for those of you who want this, we want to help you get there. So right now, you have a choice to make. You can try to take what you've learned today and you can go it alone, or you can join a community of trained advisors who are investing in themselves so they can better serve their clients. You can join the folks who don't worry about the downturns. You can join the folks who are seen as invaluable resources in their markets. And most importantly, you can join the folks who continue to grow month after month without missing a single family dinner or a game. So if you want to join this community of trained advisors, then it's time to move forward. Our team, specifically our founder, Tyson Bailey, has set aside time for these folks who want to own their market. If that's not you, please do not book a call. If you are content with being average, you are likely not going to be a good fit for our community. But if you know you can do better, if you are hungry, if you want to get an edge on your competition, then it's time for you to book a strategy session. Tyson has set aside some time specifically for these folks who are happy, humble, and hungry, who are ready to step up and can take control over their business. Now, this strategy session is used to diagnose where you are today and give you the steps that you need to take to become a top producer. If we think that one of our programs will help get you there faster, we'll give you some additional info to get started. If we don't think we can help you achieve your goals on the timeline that you want, we'll try to connect you with resources that will help you. So either way, this strategy session will be the most valuable time you spend working on your business this year. So to reserve one of the few spots we have set aside, go to chatwithtyson.com. You can just choose the time slot that works with your schedule and just fill out the short questions that you'll see on the next page. Now, please note, we only accept about 1 out of every 10 people who apply to work with us into our programs. Please do not take it personally. This is mostly because our agreements include exclusive territories. So they're limited to the folks who we think are truly committed to being market leaders and that we still have open. So if you are committed to being a market leader in the upcoming years, or even if you're not really there quite yet, but you want to learn how to, we'll use this strategy session to find the resources that will get you there quickest. So apply to speak with Tyson. Just go directly to chatwithtyson.com and let's move forward. I hope you guys are having a good one, and I will talk to you soon.